Hey everyone. So the policy around Zoom and all these cheating detections system might be confusing for all. So I figured that it would be worth just doing a quick recording of how you want to go about setting it up. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have any concerns around your own setup. But essentially what you want to do is so I'll take this practice 2 as an example. So you come here and let's say this is a real exam round 1 and you open the test. You won't be able to click start until you acknowledge each and one of them, and this is mostly so that you understand some of the final details about what you can do and what you can't do. And so I'll press all on standby, make sure to read it properly, and make sure you run this on Chrome as well. So that's the only browser that we are confident that this will work for. Um, I'm using Arc, which is also based on Chrome, but I still recommend using Chrome as a baseline as well. So when I press start, before I press start, I want to open Zoom. And in our case, let's open up the link. So in your case, if you go to the email inbox, there would be a invite sent with this title, NZPMC 2025, round 1, and you click that link. It will be like a zoom.us slash whatever number. And if I start it, make sure to turn your video on and make sure you join without an audio. So if I press the audio muted, you can start.
Recording in progress.
Cool, so recording is in progress. And once you have started this, you can put it on your background. So I'll put it into the background, come here and start the exam. So here I have 30 or something questions. Let's try just answering some of these. So studio, a station radio wave is traveling through a gap. Wave has a wavelength of 3.1 meters. For which of the following gap would the diffraction effect be most noticeable? Let's just go with 6.2 meters. Go with none of the options. And then let's say you accidentally pressed some other things like that. So these ones are fine. But if you, for example, try going on to Discord, if you try going on to Discord, it will say warning. And you press understood. And let's say you go and press the other things as well. And you can also navigate through the questions by clicking onto these titles, and you can also flag some of the questions. You can revisit it later. You can see if I press that, it will flag that as well. And let's say if I accidentally turned on ChatGPT. Oops. Well, this should have increased the strike again. Understood. Make sure when you're doing the exam, you show your face and also your upper body. Otherwise, we will be monitoring it, and we will record it as a sign if we notice that any suspicious behaviors. Anyways, so once you're done with that, you can, or let's say you made 3 strikes, right? Because why not? You'll be locked out. And once you're locked out, you can provide a reason. So if I provide a reason, hello, and you can submit the appeal. And I guess from our administrative side, we will be uh, reviewing this appeal and see if it makes sense. And if it does make sense, then we will clear it out. So in this case, all we do is, nothing here is very sensitive. So essentially we go to the exam submissions and we do ID, and well, in our case, this one. I got 3 strikes, so I would lower it to 0. So you can, if you're on this page, you can either, so we will tell you that we've unlocked your strikes. If you're on this page, you can pretty much just do a Command R and get a refresh. But let's say you want to return to the dashboard, then you would not actually be able to resume this because our policy is that we can't let you re-enter the exam. So even if I try going into it, it will say you've already started the exam and we will not allow you to re-enter it. So what we actually do is when we say that we allowed you to, we've unlocked your exam, we actually set this to be true for once, but you can't re-enter it after this, so don't go back to homepage or anything. But when you press start, you'll get the page again, and notice that the time has still been going on. So most of the time we'll try to process your appeal as soon as possible, but we don't guarantee that it will be done within 10 seconds or 20 seconds. So you'll lose out on some time. So make sure that you don't place yourself in a situation where you have to get a strike, because that would also reduce the time that you have to answer these questions. And also make sure that you keep saving the attempts. So if in this case you haven't saved your questions, so that means when you got locked out and we unlocked you, all that attempt has gone away. But if you saved it, it would have been reflected here. I think there's one other thing that I want to mention, which is when you press submit, then you can't re-enter. So let's press submit. Are you sure you want to submit? And once you submit, you can't change your answers. Once you confirm, you can come back. And by the way, we also tried to make sure that you don't accidentally click onto these home announcements or events or something like that. So you can't press that, for example, will be blocked until you submit the exam. But things like this link, this would actually lead you to the external page, and if you come back to it, it will give you a strike. So don't try to go with different tabs or change tabs. That will cause a strike. And once you submit, it will say stay tuned for result. So if you come back and if you try going into the practice 2 test, it will say submitted and you can't come back to it. And we won't be unlocking this. Last of all, once this is done, you will go back to the Zoom and you can exit out of this. So you just press exit the conference and come out, and that'll be it. Let us know in Discord. So there's a student Discord. If you haven't joined already, if you go back to the homepage, you can join the Discord server, or let us know in any of the comments. We'll be monitoring them as well, or send us a report trouble ASAP here. This will directly send your concern or issue to our contact at nzpmc.com.